My name's John Graham, and I'm the badass granddad you didn't know you had. You know, if you've been watching these episodes, I like to talk a lot about risks and risk-taking, and if I have one point I make over and over is that it's a hell of a lot better to take a smart risk than a stupid one. But this story today is about me taking a stupid one, but it's one I would do over again. I was in Cairo just after a military government had taken control of the country, and there were quite a few citizens of Egypt who weren't very happy with that. So I was over there doing workshops and training activists in nonviolent political action, how to organize, how to plan, how to deal with the media, stuff like that. So I was staying in a hotel in Cairo, about 4 blocks from Tahrir Square. Now, Tahrir Square is where revolutions and demonstrations, all that kind of stuff had happened in Egypt over decades. It was the hot spot. It's where mobs gathered. So the next day, I go out the door of the hotel. The manager stops me at the door and says, John, you can't do that. There's going to be a big demonstration today. I don't know what's going to happen, whether it's anti-American or not, but it's way too dangerous. You can't go. So I thank him very kindly, and I go, anyway, I mean, what the hell? I didn't come halfway around the world to cower in a hotel lobby when history was being made. So I go up to Tahrir Square, and I hesitate on the outskirts of the square. Now, I'm not worried about the government, because the government at that point really wants to be friends to the U.S., so it's highly unlikely they're going to rough up an American. Bad publicity, not good. But as to the mob, I have no idea what their feelings are. Are they going to clap me on the back or tear me to pieces? I have no idea. But I gained enough knowledge of what they're chanting so that when I wade into the mob, I can chant. I can't speak Arabic, but I can chant what they're chanting. And so I chant and wave my fists, and I needn't have worried about the mob because they love me being there. They did clap me on the back, and we had great fun for an hour or so. Anyway, the next day, a friend of mine comes to the hotel and says, John, you got to get out of here because the military government saw you there yesterday, and they're about to pass a new law that says that foreigners cannot participate in domestic political disturbances, and they'll throw you in jail if you do. So I trust this friend, and I pack my bag, go to the airport, and get out of Dodge. Now my point is this. Going into that square was a dumb risk. I didn't have enough information. I really didn't know whether I'd be hurt or not. I really didn't know. But hell, I mean, history could be being made 4 blocks away, and for me not to be there would have been even more stupid. So I went. And again, the fact is, I had to go. It was just too damn much fun.